Alright people, big up on yourself and welcome back to Everything Jamaica Trending. Today's video is packed with some of the biggest stories causing real buzz all across Jamaica. Here's what's coming up. First, we have the Jamaican athletes that are switching allegiance with the response from the JAAA. Then we have the long-awaited justice from Mr. George Williams, who was behind bars for 50 long years. Then we have reggae veteran Nishikoti's health scare. After that, we're going to talk about Shenseea making her grandmother bust out and whine. And then we get into Beenie Man versus DAngel saga. Grab a seat and let's get into it. Jamaica is shaking up over what's going on in the track and field world, as several of our top athletes are switching allegiance to compete for other countries. In fact, 4 recent Olympic stars, which is discus throw gold medalist Roger Stoner, long jump silver medalist Wayne Pinnock, shot put bronze medalist Rajendra Campbell, and triple jump sensation Jaden Hibbert are all set to represent Turkey after getting very lucrative offers from that country's sports program. Word on the street is that these athletes were promised some serious money, as much as $500,000 signing bonus for each of them to compete under the Turkish flag. Now, that kind of money is life-changing. So I 100% understand their temptation. And not only that, I understand their frustration based on what some of the athletes are saying. Rajendra Campbell has been very vocal about the whole situation, and he also spoke about why he did it. So he's accusing the JAAA of not supporting athletes enough. He also mentioned that there was a time when the JAAA turned down a 8-year, $40 million US Adidas sponsorship deal in 2024, right? And they feel like they could have benefited from that deal. I mean, the JAAA has been around for a long time, so I'm going to give them their props. And they probably feel like, they know what's best for the athletes. But at least give them a choice. They're the ones that have to go out there and do the work. And they should be the ones who decide whether the reward is worth it. Right? So, Campbell said this move that the JAAA made make them feel like, say, the JAAA don't really care about them. It's all about what them, the JAAA, can benefit, because they wanted to keep this Puma deal that they have instead of going with the Adidas deal that would benefit the other athletes. So, I'm not the first being here athletes I say things like this. But it's like the more athletes come out, the more light shine on why we'll see a star this Olympics and the next Olympics the star gone. This all makes sense because now they're gonna wanna go where they're getting better funding, better coaching, better opportunities, because they have to look out for themselves. Now, on the flip side, the JAAA is finally breaking its silence. The JAAA president, Gov't, said that he's not holding any grudges against these athletes. Why would you say that? Anyways, but he's concerned that these countries, the richer countries, are trying to buy out our talent. So here's a short clip of what he had to say.
Voice will be heard. And I'm sure I will be having quite a number of colleagues following with me on this motion. So colleagues, I mean, let me be a little more clearer. We're not happy. We surely can't be happy. 4 talented young athletes, that's like a brain drain.
I think the J3A is missing the point. Listen, I get that Jamaica might not be rich, but the field athletes are saying they don't feel seen. And as much as I would like to see our athletes in our color, we can't blame the athletes for taking the offer that benefits them. Because at the end of the day, when their career has ended in athletics and they can't compete, they need something to fall back on. Listen, bills have to pay, family have to feed, and goals have to be achieved, right? So Jamaica have to come better than that if they want athletes, especially those outside of the glamour events like 100 meter, to stay and represent the country. Before these guys, I don't think I've ever heard of any Jamaicans competing in these parts of Olympics. And it made us so proud when we got medals in them. And now, to think that the next Olympics we have nobody, or nobody that will get us medal, is sad. You know, loyalty alone can't pay bills or secure anybody's future. So why are these athletes who train their whole lives under our flag feel so undervalued that they are jumping ship? Massive, tell me what you think. Now, our next story is about a Jamaican man who was released from prison in 2020 after being lost in the system for 50 long years, half of a century, without ever getting the opportunity to go before a judge. He wasn't even convicted of the crime that he was locked up for. All of this happened back in the 1970s when 20-year-old George Williams was arrested on a murder charge and was declared mentally unfit to stand trial. But instead of getting treatment or a fair resolution, he was basically forgotten behind bars for decades. Now this is really sad. This tells me that there is probably several people like Mr. Williams in prison right now, and many more to come, and that is not right. Mentally ill or not, everyone has the right to due process. None of this would have come to light if it wasn't for the death of another inmate, Noel Chambers, who was in a similar situation. He spent 40 years in prison without a trial. Now, the justice system is trying to right a wrong. The Supreme Court judge has ordered the government to pay 120 million Jamaican dollars in damages to Mr. Williams for all those lost years. That works out to around 780,000 US dollars, which to most people that sounds like a lot of money. In normal life it is. But let me ask you this question. If someone was to offer you 780,000 US dollars to spend 50 years in prison, would you be okay with that? I don't think so. Even Vybz Kartel made more than that in one night. George Williams' family was hoping for something along the line of like 300 million. Just so that they could give him a comfortable home, a private nurse, and just make the years that he has left as good as possible. The man's life was basically stolen from him. He never got married, never worked, never get a chance to have kids, or any normal life experience outside of a cell. The $120 million payout, in my view, is the bare minimum for such an injustice. And honestly, no money can give him back those years or make up for the suffering. It's a disgrace that it took this long. But at least now, he can be a little more comfortable. I do applaud the advocates and the journalists who brought this to light without any public pressure. He might have died in prison unknown. This case should be a wake-up call to Jamaica. We must fix how we handle people with mental illness in the justice system. There is not enough support for these people. And we need regular reviews of these indefinite detention cases. The only good thing that came out of all of this is that now some light is being shed on how the justice system feels mentally ill people. And advocates are fighting for these people. Now, we love block road for the wrong things. So I want to say, let's stop blocking road for criminals who get what is coming to them, and block road for people who end up in the prison for umpteen years and we don't even know if they're guilty. Now, what are your thoughts on this? Do you think that 120 million is enough? Or could any amount be enough for something like this? Now let's shift gear a little bit to the music world. So we got some scary news recently about reggae dancehall artist veteran Nichikotti. The singer's real name, Andrew Reid, who many of us remember from the 90s and 2000s dancehall scene. He suffered a heart attack last week and had to be rushed to the hospital. The good news is that he survived and he's currently recuperating. And what he went through is being described as a minor heart attack with no permanent damages. Thank God. Still, a heart attack is a heart attack. Definitely a frightening experience. Nichikotti is in the hospital now, counting his blessings. Here is a part of his interview with Big Stone while he's in the hospital.
You was having an heart attack. What happened? What exactly? What were you doing?
I started 100 pull-ups.
Yeah, I see the wire day time, man.
And we can say, watch me then now. See, now this is fair way, people, but not further until I see that. Because I have to just send oxygen to my heart. So I have to go like this. Fix it, so put it in my nose. I say, but I don't like how it make me feel, but I'm saying.
Oh, you have to use it.
Just like how the doctor say. You don't have to drink water because you're thirsty. You drink water because you're supposed to.
Yeah.
You understand me? And there's a fight say, you don't drink water when you're thirsty. No. And when you're supposed to.
Yeah.
I like it, you just talk to Jamaican and no one just look up and back of water. So.
I'm gonna say, drink some water.
Drink some water, man.
And you mustn't drink it one time, you drink it liquid.
Liquid.
Yeah.
You understand? So, you want to know, I want to see the perfect human being. I want to say the man know everything.
No, the man don't know that.
Understand?
God never make one other man there.
So it's like when I'm going to say, how the man exercise so hard and this happened to you? You know why this happened to me? Now I get enough rest.
Yeah.
Now I drink the water and I feed on sugary things.
We make mistake, coach, and we're not perfect.
Alright, you say we're doing some pull-ups and what happened?
Okay, back to where else I'm going to do some pull-ups now and we have got each other. And then now, and we are nuts in there, you have a youth there nuts in there. He made a war every morning. He called himself Fighter Jet and we say, Fighter Jet, we are Navy SEAL. So we have a part of our part we say Navy SEAL and Fighter Jet. Since our war, we are
which one better now?
So the Fighter Jet, them try to take down the Navy SEAL. And I start, boom, I start doing it. Push up them until when I reach 60. I feel I'm pain in my chest. So I say, close bird. So it's like I have to go back for it and I can't go for it.
Yeah.
I said, bro, I gotta mean this.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm not give up, you know. Me a fight time, bro.
And can't fight that one, yeah.
So you have a big stone in front of one star over here, and you have pepper, the food from the name pepper. So I line up on it, so I feel uncomfortable with that. Then I go, so I'll get up back, line up back with yourself. So you just woke up something.
Yeah.
I feel uncomfortable again. I get to come and say, what's bad? I want to me, brother. So I said to me, I said, I want to me, John Service. He said, I want to me. John Evans, I want to me. I said, John.
Not like all this
I
feel.
don't like all this feels so it's a lady now way. We call her mommy. We call her mama and papa. I fear her place, fear her land with the pan. So she always give a privilege to her yard and the land. So this is a culture of my husband land. See him? I'm going to go over her yard, go live and come back.
Sometimes we act like we're invincible, especially when we're young and in the prime of our life. We eat, drink, smoke, and do all sorts of things, as we like. But listen, health is wealth. If somebody like Nitty Kochi, who always a workout, can get a heart attack, it means that anybody could if we don't watch our diet and our stress level. Now let's send prayers and positive vibes for his full recovery. And go and check out his new music with Buju Banton called Lord, I Thank You. So tell me, what changes do you think you will be making in your lifestyle habits after hearing this kind of news? Let me know in the comment section. And feel free to drop your well wishes for Nitty Kochi in there too. I'm sure he'd appreciate the love. By the way, if you want to see the full video with the full interview with Nitty Kochi from the hospital, you can go over to Big Stone Entertainment channel. Big up Big Stone for bringing us this exclusive content. Thank you, boss. Alright, now it's time to lighten the mood a bit. Courtesy of Shenseea. Trust me, this one is going to put a big smile on your face. So Shenseea was performing at a recent show, giving her usual high energy and sexy performance, when she decided to have a dance-off. And one of the persons that was waiting for their dance-off was none other than an elderly woman from the audience. Yes, Shenseea literally got her grandmother to come up and whine her waist in front of the crowd. Now, you might think, no way, what kind of granny would do that? But let me tell you, this grandmother was a sport. Watch it for yourself.
We said the best for last. If you're from LA, make some noise. I want you up in here, you better drop that shit. Oh, is you ready? Oh, let's go. Ready? Oh, show them. Be Oscar.
Love it. Grandmother gets 10 out of 10. In the dancehall scene, sometimes it get a bad rep, for being too raunchy or divisive. But this was clean, fun, and unity. And honestly, big respect to that grandmother. She remind me of some big woman women know we still a broke it in them 60s with no shame. Age is just a number, people. I hope that, when I'm that old, I can still broke out like that and not care when nobody thinks. Now, on to the meat of the matter. DAngel and Beenie Man saga. We're all supposed to know about DAngel new song, Single Mothers, by now. But if you haven't heard it before, here's a small piece of it.
Why me? Why my life got to be so rough?
Even though most people never say it, but no one I think it, So guess what? I'm gonna say it for all of us. The song basically sound like DAngel say, she and the mother and the father for her son, and Beenie Man not support Marco Dean as he should. Now, while that might be my opinion or my interpretation of the song, Beenie Man no want to hear that. Him say a lie, she a tell. Beenie Man come out strong pan Jenny show when the song came on.
Well, I'm a father. I love all of my kids, them. And all of them.
But
love
we hear one
music.
song we say that you're hard in another child's life. Though.
No,
you know that song?
No. Who sang that?
Play the song, Zayvon. Before we go to the brain tree.
Outside of the best they are poor. They put our shoes for me once from four. Single mother do you day, yeah, yeah. Me feel like you know something they could save me.
No, do not play that song.
Oh, okay. But you asked which song. Then you must have said Jenny. There's
No,
no
me
such
no
song.
know that song. Because
I
am
all their lives.
always in my kids' life. Always. Like 100%. So anybody say that, I lie them at it.
Anybody sing that, I lie them at you.
Anybody will sing that, I lie them at it.
Okay.
So if you talk about Mosiah,
you're not aware of this
I
song?
talk about Moses Jr., I talk about Marco Dean, okay, I lie Chattel, man. Lie at that. That lie at that. That's why I know. Say, I lie Chattel.
Don't start up being so,
Yeah.
So everything in the song that is she alone and you don't know that is going to be here is not true.
I lie Chattel, man.
So don't play the song.
It have nothing to do with me. It have nothing to do with me. To whoever write that song that fear.
Okay.
And she sing that song.
Okay.
It's not about her son or about me.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Daddy. So I'm very happy to know, because once it is you're talking about other children, want to make sure you're not in a hypocritical space.
No, man, me not play them game no.
All right, nice.
But it never stopped there. DAngel apparently was on Jenny. Not sure if it was before Beenie or after, but Jenny never missed the opportunity to hear DAngel's side of the song.
Comes and she does that song. And I have to go there now, DAngel. Plenty times in the song you say, me alone.
Yeah.
Cannot depend on your daddy.
Yeah.
That's me alone.
Yeah.
Are you throwing shades at Beenie Man?
No, it's a world song. It's not only just a message for me alone. It's a general song, and it's a general message for everybody. Not any direct hit on anyone. It's just a global song.
Does Beenie Man help with marketing?
I mean, I'm not going to touch on that because I'm just representing for single mothers. I raise my son. I raise my son because at the end of the day, I have to wear a father cap on many occasions.
So does Beenie help you with marketing? Did he help?
I mean, I would not say it don't help at all.
But not help as much as he should.
I'm not going to go into that. I really don't want to dive into that too much.
No, my 2 cents on this whole thing is, if I know DAngel write the song, the writer, not calling a name, very messy. Because him could have write the song for single mothers without making it seem like Beenie now minding pitney them. And DAngel, she not innocent either, because she come and cry when she sing the song and make it seem like say she wanna take care of Marco Dean. But then again, controversy sell. So maybe that's what they were really going for. On top of all of it, Beenie Man never did have to come out so strong. And I say she lied. Ever hear the saying where say, when you throw a stone in a pig pen, the one that squeal is the one that get licked? Okay then, let me leave that right there. Now, tell me, where you wanna think? Because me no say, and me alone think so. So there you have it, folks. That's everything trending for this week. Thank you for tuning in to Everything Jamaica Trending and for spending the time with me. If you enjoy this roundup, hit that like button and subscribe for more. Until next time, stay safe, stay blessed, and we'll catch up on some more Jamaican happenings, yard and abroad. Bless up.